So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start taking off these rhinestones, and I'm just using this little tool to try and get them off. It's a little hard, as you can see. The hard gel I use to keep them on literally works. Like, they are hard to get off, so you'll see me like struggling trying to get these rhinestones off. So now that I got all the rhinestones off, I'm going to go in with my drill by Medley Susie with the extra coarse nail bit, and I'm going to drill off all of that gel polish. So now that I got all that gel polish off, I'm going to go ahead and repair my nail. So the tip I'm using is a number 4, and I'm measuring from corner to corner, and then I'm going to place it right on the tip of my nail, the natural tip basically, and then I'm gonna double up my tip since I like my nails long, and this one is either a 5 or a 6. I'm just using a narrow tip so that way it'd be a little bit more easier for me to shape them up. So now I'm going to go in with some scissors, and I'm going to cut at an angle so that way it can be more of a tapered square coffin-ish. I don't like bulky nails. And now I'm just measuring my other finger, my other middle finger, just to make sure they're the same length, and then I'm going to cut it straight across. So now going in with the protein bond, I'm going to first actually push my cuticles up with this wooden pusher, and then I'm going to use this protein bond as the primer, and this primer dries out the natural shine that your nail produces, so that way you don't have any problems with lifting. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and make sure not to get it on your skin because it will burn. So going in with my Mia Secret pink acrylic, I'm going to use the number 10 brush. I'll leave the link down below of the name of the brush because I don't want to pronounce it wrong. So I'm just going to dip the brush in the monomer and take a little bit of acrylic and make sure it's not too dry or too wet. You want to make sure your bead is just right. And I'm applying a little bit as I go. I don't want to apply too much acrylic and then I'm going to have to file a lot. So I'm just applying a little bit in the areas that need it. So now I'm going to file the nails with my nail file. I'm going in a 45-degree angle, and then you'll see me filing the end of the nail tip straight up and down just to make sure it's nice and narrow. Now going in with my drill, I'm using the fine nail bit, and I'm gonna buff out the nails. And you want to make sure you get around the cuticles so you have no lifting at all. So now I'm just filing the nails, making sure they're nice and straight how I want them. And then I'm going to go ahead and buff my nails, and then I'm going to wash my hands. So now moving on to nail polish, I'm going to be using the D&D gel polish in the color Vast Galaxy, and I'm going to apply my first coat, and then I'm going to cure it for about 60 seconds. And with my second coat, I'm going to do the same thing and cure it for another 60 seconds. Now going in with my hard gel. This is called the Gummy gel. I'm going to use a flat angle brush. This is actually like a painting brush, but I'm going to use it for the gel. And I'm just going to apply a thin coat, and then I'm going to go in with these smaller rhinestones, and I'm going around the nail so that way it can be a little bit easier for me as a guide. And then I begin to fill in the middle. Sorry about this angle, my camera ended up dying, so I had to record it on my iPhone. And then on top of that, the tripod that holds my camera to the ring light, the little piece broke, so I had to order a new piece for that, so that way you guys can see a little bit better, so that way you can see like on top of my hands. So the next tutorial is gonna look even more better, so bear with me. And the tool I'm using is called a wax stick. All this stuff I got off of Amazon, so I will leave everything down below. So yeah, this is what it's starting to look like. It's really repetitive, so if you guys ever do this, just always outline your nail before you fill it in, so that way it's a little bit more easier. So I'm just going back and forth from the extra small rhinestones to maybe about a medium size. I'm still learning the names of them, and so yeah, that's all I'm doing. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do my other hand, same thing, taking a thin coat of that hard gel, and I'm going to outline the nail and then begin to fill it in. And this set took me about 4 hours to do both hands, so it took me a long time to do this because it's very tedious, but I love the outcome of it. It was so pretty, so very sparkly. Like, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, and I was just like, you know what, I'm tired of paying people to do my nails. I'm just gonna learn how to do it, and voila. So I definitely will be doing more nail tutorials. So anyway, back to the nails. I'm just gonna go ahead and start filling them in, and this is actually the last finger, my pinky, and I'm just doing the same thing, going in with those small to medium rhinestones and filling it in. And so far, this is what they're looking like. Very pretty, very shiny, as you can see. And alright, you guys, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this full Swarovski set. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be doing more nail tutorials, so be on the lookout.